Hey there, my friend. This is Paul Hutchings. Welcome to this video. I'm so excited you're here. We're going to cover in this video how to make money online that's not a scam. A really important topic that a lot of people don't give enough consideration to, and therefore a lot of people end up joining scams or businesses that don't actually help people or businesses that are here today and gone tomorrow. Well, you're going to get in this video the top 7 tips from someone who sold over 7 million worth of products on the internet. And yes, that someone is me. And if you decide to watch this video all the way through to the end and stick with me and pay attention, you're going to learn exactly what to look for in a legitimate online business. You're going to know what to stay away from to avoid wasting time and money, and yes, maybe even jail. You're also going to get a simple 5-step formula that I have used to sell well over $7 million worth of products on the internet. But first, who am I and why should you listen? As I may have mentioned, my name is Paul Hutchings. I live in Idaho, and here's just some quick details about me. I went from being jobless, living in a trailer house, to being able to retire debt-free in my early 40s, thanks to the online businesses that I've been a part of. So I'm so thankful for that. I did help to start and build a company from scratch that has sold over $7 million worth of products online, and also helped over 1,200 people to earn an income on the internet, which is super cool. I'm very thankful to have been a part of that. And I've also been earning a full-time income online from home for well over a decade. So hopefully this gives you an idea that I'm someone that you can listen to. Here's some quick proof. An old mentor used to say documentation beats conversation. So here's just a screenshot from our merchant account that I took yesterday that shows you that yes, indeed, in this business, I've helped to sell over $7 million worth of products. Here are some pictures of me training on various stages down at the bottom of the screen. And over to the bottom right, you see my dream machine. I actually call this a dream machine. It was a dream car that I wanted to purchase, a Tesla Model Y. I just bought it last year and was able to pay cash for it thanks to my legitimate online business. Now, of course, check out the earnings disclaimer at the bottom of the screen. Results are earned, never guaranteed. Any legitimate online business is going to take work and skill, so definitely be aware of that. So let's go ahead and get into the top 7 tips. Tip number 1 to make money online without it being a scam is to find an actual product to sell that people want. This might seem like an obvious one, but it's not. To a lot of people who want to make money online, usually they're looking for, how can I make money? How can I make money? How can I make money? And one thing that sometimes is overlooked is, in order to make legitimate money, you have to have an actual product that people want to purchase. Customers, right? One of the biggest marks of a scam is no product or a token product. So what's no product? Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about a certain type of business model that's prevalent on the internet. These are investment type businesses where they say, hey, put some money in, you don't have to do anything, and we'll pay you X amount return on your money. And you're like, well, what's the product? Oh, we don't even have a product. You don't even have to have a product. You just give us your money and we'll give you a return, and you'll make money online without a product. You know, big red flag. Scam, scam, scam. Run as fast as you can if you ever see a business that has no product. Another example of a business with no product would be cash gifting, where basically you have a web page where you tell others about how to make money, and it's 100% commissions. There's no product. All Susie has to do is send Paul her cash, and then all Susie's people have to do is send her the cash, and there's no product exchanged. I would say that's a scam. Why is that a scam? Because in legitimate business, customers give money in return for value. And what is that value? That value is some sort of product that can solve a problem or make their life better in some way, shape, or form. An example of a token product would be a business that just has some stuff put together to sell so that they can make money. If it's a token product, basically what you notice is that it's not an actual product that a customer would buy separate from an income opportunity, and there's not a lot of real value in the product. In other words, it's just something that someone who wanted to make money concluded, oh, we want to make money, so we need something to sell. Let's just go throw some stuff together and okay, now we've got a product. And the reason you want to avoid those types of token products is because customers typically aren't happy with products that aren't valuable to them. And so if you sell things that customers are not happy with, the odds of them reporting you to the BBB or the FTC go way up, because eventually they realize that, oh, they just were selling me this because they wanted to make money, not because the product itself had any inherent value. Also, when it comes to products online and doing it in a legitimate way, one thing that I would encourage you to do is be aware of natural demand. And that just means you don't want to just sell any product because it's a product. You want to sell products that people are already buying. Now, they might not be buying the exact product you're going to sell, but they're probably buying things that are like the product that you're going to sell. This is natural demand. You can look out in the world and you can see, what are people buying? What problems do they have? In the health niche, people are buying weight loss products. They're buying general overall nutrition products. And so because you know that there are certain numbers of people out there already buying these products, when you find a similar product to sell, you can rest assured that, okay, this is probably something that people are going to want to buy. If you don't sell something that people are typically already purchasing, at least in the category of thing that you're going to sell, then you don't know if people are going to buy the product. And that is a risk, right? You don't want to waste time. You don't want to waste money. So be aware of natural demand. As I mentioned, look for products that solve problems. This is one reason people typically buy products. They have a problem, and if you can give them a product that will solve their problem, those products are easier to sell. Okay, so tip number 2, use the product yourself. Why do you want to do this? Using it yourself and loving it is one key indicator that others will like it too. You don't want to just sell a product to sell a product. You want to actually be a product of the product. This does 2 things. It ensures that it has a probability of someone else liking it because you yourself like it. The other thing that it does is it gives you the ability to take advantage of the transference factor in sales, which is going to make your business a lot easier. What's the transference factor? A famous salesperson named Zig Ziglar once said, sales is not a thing in the world, but a transference of feeling. So if you are using a product or a service and loving it and getting excited about it, when you then talk about it, all of those feelings are going to transfer in your communication, and it will be much easier to sell those products. It's a lot harder to sell something that you yourself are not using. So that's tip number 2. So tip number 3, find a product others can make money by sharing. And I'm going to talk about why this is important. Now, a couple examples though of this type of a product would be in network marketing or affiliate marketing, where you don't just have a product that solves a problem or provides a benefit, but you have a product that solves a problem and provides a benefit that also, if your customer likes that product, they can share it and earn an income from sharing that product. Why would you want to do this? A, it makes the product easier to sell because it turns the product into a door to even more benefits. If you just have a product with no income opportunity attached to it, then the benefits that the customer can receive and that you can talk about and be excited about are, a certain number. But if it has an income opportunity associated with it, now not only can that product solve a problem that person has or enhance their life in some way, but also it can be a door to a better future, a door to more income, where they can not just use a product and love it, but share it and grow an income. And you can have an unlimited number of benefits that can come from an increased income. All of that to say that when you have that type of a situation happening, it does make the product much easier to sell in my experience. I do want to issue a warning here, and that is to stay away from get rich quick messages if you want to stay out of scam territory. So I'm saying that it's good to have a product as an income opportunity, but also as you're presenting that income opportunity with your product, you don't want to ever give the impression that it's get rich quick, that it's push button money, that it's make money without any work, time, effort, or skill. And why do you want to avoid that? A, the FTC hates it. B, you can never promise big money to people because what someone does is up to them and their skill and their work ethic and a whole bunch of things that are out of your control. And so if you make promises that you can't deliver on, that is a really quick way for the people that you bring into whatever business you're promoting to quickly conclude that you lied to them. If people feel like you lied to them, they feel like you've scammed them. If you tell someone they're going to make 10 grand a month in the next 90 days and they don't make 10 grand a month in the next 90 days, it's easy for them to conclude that they have been scammed. And those types of situations create a flood of complaints, negative online reviews, reports to the Better Business Bureau and the FTC, and they're not necessary. You can avoid that dangerous water completely by just, whenever you talk about income, you can be excited about the income, but you can always just highlight that this does take work. It does take skill. This is a business, which means it's not get rich quick. It's not a lottery. You're going to have to put in some work. And as long as you do that, you're staying out of get rich quick scheme territory. Okay. So that's tip number 3. Tip number 4, I would encourage you to avoid products that pay a very low commission. Now, products that pay a very low commission are not necessarily scams, but they make it a lot harder for you to grow an income that you might want to grow. A real life example, the first product I sold paid me $2 per sale. I had to gather 600 customers to earn $1,200 per month. One product I sell today pays me $120 per sale. Just 10 customers pays me $1,200 per month. So think about that. 600 customers versus 10 customers. Which one is easier? Which one is faster? Which one is better? If you're wanting to make an income, in my opinion, it's the one that pays you the highest commission. And if you're offering an income opportunity with the products that you're sharing with people and they are able to earn a higher commission, therefore make more money when they promote those products, odds are they're going to be much happier and not feel like you scammed them when you told them about the business or the product. Tip number 5, look for products and companies with a long track record of success. You would be surprised at how many throngs of people there are that join the newest, hottest, flashiest thing that jumps on the market. And I would say in my 20 years experience in building business from home, most of that has been on the internet. One of the biggest things you can do to put yourself in a danger zone is just join the new hot thing. Why? Because the vast majority of those are here today, gone tomorrow. And a lot of them actually can be classed in the scam category. So one of my mentors told me in the past, the best indicator of the future is the past. Most scams are short-lived. And if you stay away from the new hot thing, your odds of being sucked into a scam go way down. You can find people and companies and businesses and products that have been doing business for years and years and years. And if you join something like that, you're really giving yourself protection against falling into something that might not be legal or ethical. So tip number 6, stay away from investment type online businesses. And I mentioned this at the first part of this video. We're going to mention it again. The way these look is they say, hey, put in X amount of money. Just put in $100, $500, $1,000, $5,000, $5,000. Don't do anything. No recruiting, no effort. And we're going to pay you 1% per day on your money with no work, or 2% or 3% or 0.5% or whatever it is. Stay clear of these. These are Ponzi schemes 100% of the time. I've seen them over and over and over. I've seen friends of mine join them thinking they were legitimate because they had some angle on it. Every one of them has eventually gone out of business and gotten shut down by the government. They're terrible, terrible, terrible things. People get hurt in these types of online businesses or scams, or more accurately termed Ponzi schemes. They are common. And as I mentioned, everyone I've seen has turned out to be a scam where people get hurt and some go to jail. So if you'll just follow this rule, this tip number 6, you're going to weed out so many of the scams that you could join on the internet and save yourself a lot of time and heartache. So tip number 7, avoid super expensive high ticket products. Now, are all high-ticket products scams? No. However, I would say that the higher the cost of the product, the harder to match the value proposition. One of my favorite quotes from Wallace Wattles in The Science of Getting Rich, he says you want to deliver more in use value than you take from people in cash value. In other words, when someone gives you $100, you want to give them a product that's going to create more than $100 of value in their life, right? And so the higher the cost of the product, the harder it is to actually deliver that real impact to the customer's life. So for that reason, I would say stay away from high ticket products. I would also add that buyer's remorse is much more common for expensive purchases, which leads to more customers complaining to the BBB and FTC that you scam them. And the reason buyer's remorse is higher is because they paid a lot more money, so they expect to get a lot more value. And if that value is not there, and like I already said, it's really hard to deliver real impact to a person's life if you're selling really expensive things. So for the most part, I would say stay away from those types of businesses. I was actually in a business like this that was more expensive. It was $5,000 if you were to buy all the products. And I remember one time getting an email from a lady who was a retired school teacher, and she told me that she had joined the business to make extra money in retirement, and now she was $50,000 in credit card debt. How did she get $50,000 in credit card debt? Because in addition to buying the $5,000 worth of products, she was also going to all of the events that were happening every 90 days where the leaders in the company were saying, you got to go to these events or you're not going to succeed. So she was using her credit card to travel to these events. And that's just a very, very, very sad situation. Now, she didn't say it was a scam, but you could see how a person who was in that situation, who joined to make more money, and then they end up going hugely in debt, you could see how easy it would be for a lot of those people to say that was a scam. And that could all be avoided by just not selling very expensive things. You can make a great income without having to put people in debt and having them endanger themselves financially. So this is a big one. I would say avoid those types of businesses. So last slide here are the bonus tips. Once you find a legitimate online business that you want to promote that's not a scam, I would love to encourage you to use this simple $7 million online sales formula that I've used with great success over the years. So once you have the thing that you're going to sell, you're going to want to, number one, create a lead magnet you can give away to attract leads. So in other words, if you're building a business on the internet, you don't just want to tell people to go buy the thing you're selling. You want to create content around the topic or the benefit or the problem that your product is endeavoring to solve. And then you create a lead magnet, which is just like a free giveaway. So create a lead magnet that you can give away to attract leads, create free content around the problems or benefits your product aims to solve. Number 3, invite people to get your free lead magnet. Number 4, show them your sales message after they get your free lead magnet. And then number 5, email your leads with value and continue to invite them to buy over time. This process is very important because most of the people are not going to buy the first time they see your message. So you really want to collect that lead. And as I've mentioned in these 5 steps, the way you collect the lead is you say something like, hey, if you got value from this video and you want more free training from me, visit paulhutchings.net/GIFTS and you can pick up a free gift that can give you some more information on how to make money ethically on the internet. That's a way where you can invite someone to go to a web page, pick up your free gift, and now they're subscribed to your email list. Okay, so they haven't seen anything to purchase, but now they're on your email list. You want that to happen because, as I said, most people are not going to buy. So if you don't collect that email, then you're going to miss out on all of the future sales you could have as you follow up with your leads via email. So yeah, super important. This is a simple formula that, as I've already mentioned, has been worth millions of dollars to me on the internet. So just a quick review. We are to the end of the video. 1, find or create an actual product to sell that people want. 2, use the product yourself and love it to be sure it's something others will enjoy. 3, if your product has an income opportunity, stay away from get rich quick without work or effort messages. 4, avoid products that pay a very low commission. 5, only promote products from people who have results and who have been around a long time. 6, avoid high ticket products. And 7, stay away from investment type online businesses. If you follow these 7 tips, you should be in the money and in the safe zone to building a legitimate online business that is definitely not a scam. Oh, and then I added a bonus one here. Tell the truth and follow the golden rule. If you just tell the truth in everything you do and you always endeavor to treat others the way you wish to be treated, the odds of you being in a scam will be 0%. So I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you got value from this video. If you did get value from this video, I'd love to encourage you to subscribe to my channel. If you have comments or questions, feel free to drop them in the comment box below. And as I already mentioned, if you want to pick up one of my free gifts or see the super profitable online business model that we created to help people make money in an honest and ethical way, visit paulhutchings.net/GIFTS or click the link in the description. I've got some really cool gifts on that page and you can pick 1 or 2 or 3 that appeal to you. And I think those gifts are really going to be a blessing to your life if your goal is to make money online and just be the best person you can be. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Whatever you do, always go for your dreams. This is Paul Hutchings signing out. We'll see you in the next video. Take care and bye for now.